You can create any industrial estate in India on the pattern of a Western model, and you will get three outcomes. Lots of slums, because you'll basically get people who have jobs but no place to live. Lots of energy shortages, because that's the way our resource balance in this subcontinent is, and lots of water pollution. These are the three straight outcomes, physical outcomes that come out of Western style planning. So, why do we do it? Because we really don't have right now a believable alternative model. The people of India have to become their own entrepreneurs. There is no way that big business will do it for them. This is another aspect which has to be learnt the hard way, that I do not personally believe that big business will act as the agent of change to create new kinds of development in the Indian countryside. Yes, I think the only one kind of big business can do this if they act as aggregators. For example, I came across somebody who was trying to, unsuccessfully as it turned out, put together many of the street food vendors in Mumbai to be able to get their hygiene standards up and to be able to brand them and therefore act as an aggregator. First of all, if we stop making such unhealthy amounts of big time money by simply having very large businesses, then people will start looking at returns of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15% as reasonable, and not expect 30, 40, 50, 60, 80%. First, that is when large businesses will start looking at converting themselves to aggregators of small businesses. If they aggregate small businesses, they have a hope. So, cab companies do that. Each taxi driver is an entrepreneur, and they are aggregated together by cab companies. Now, let me take an example from real estate. Recently, we got a project to study the potential of converting construction waste to useful material. There have been various reports which I must say were little loosely estimated about lots and lots of construction waste happening in India. So, we said very good. So, we posed as buyers of construction waste. For 3 weeks, we tried very hard to make deals for buying construction waste at fake prices. We did not get a single kilogram. It is all somewhere in the economy, it is actually being used. So, nobody wants to give us construction waste. That is when you really realize that construction waste estimates, which are large, are not actually happening. So, then we probe down further. What is wrong with that estimate and what is wrong? The estimate is probably not wrong. What we did not realize was that many tons or whatever that number was, that construction waste was not available in one place. It was not there for a large company to take over. It was an ecosystem of 100,000 small players who were taking it in 10 kilos at a time and converting it to minor products. So, if you wanted to be a large company who wanted to be in construction waste, you would have to learn to be an aggregator of all those 100,000 people, rather than trying to say, I want so many tons in one place where I will set up a large factory and convert it to waste. This is, I think, a learning that Asia will probably be giving to the world, how to run a different kind of business. Well, so European capitalism and Western capitalism generally has been predicated by relatively low populations and large capital accumulations. Asian capitalism is not going to be like that. It will be relatively large human aggregations and smaller capital formation. So, its nature of capitalism will have to be different. I think unless we realize that, we are not going to, we are going to keep copying this stuff, and we are going to keep having Western style architectural magazines printing Western style pictures, which are actually meaningless and are not going to matter to the population as a whole.